I was really looking forward to Saving Sarah Cain because I love films about the Amish community, and this one sounded a little bit different. This was released in 2007. It's directed by Landon Jr., and it's written by Bryan and Cindy Kelly, based on the novel by Beverly Lewis. And we have Lisa Pepper as Sarah Cain. We also have a cast including Abigail Mason, Elliott Gould. Great cast, great performances. A decent enough narrative. We also have Bailee Madison as well, who I rather like. So I was happy with pretty much all of this. It focuses on a writer, a columnist, who is not part of the Amish community, but her sister was. Her sister married into the Amish community, which to my knowledge almost would never happen, but nevertheless, this is what happens. And she's not had contact with her sister, which is a little more believable. And in the film, her sister's niece, or her niece rather, her sister's daughter, phones her to say that her mother has just died and that Sarah is now their legal guardian. And she goes to collect the children and takes them out of the Amish community. And obviously that's a huge upheaval for them. And she decides to write about this for the column, for the paper. And that gets a lot of attention, as one could imagine. That's a really interesting topic. And of course, it's an interesting topic for the film. But is she doing this for the right reasons? Is she looking after the children for the right reasons? Is her heart in the right place? Is her mind in the right place? And I'm not going to answer any of those questions. Yes, it's not the most accurate film with regards to Amish life or the Amish community. That's absolutely the case. Not that I'm an expert, but I can still identify things that are not completely accurate. But if you're able to overlook that and I guess just focus on the overarching concept of these Amish children having lost their parent, they lost their mother, they've already lost their father, so that's why Sarah became the legal guardian, and having them brought into a world they're not used to and how other people treat them as well. And then, of course, we have the moral aspect of should Sarah really be writing about them, even though it's improving her career. So a lot of questions there, and in general, I'd say it's well executed. I certainly enjoyed the story well enough. I was able to overlook the inaccuracies, and with that, it was a really interesting experience. I think the concept itself is a bit more interesting than the actual execution. But nevertheless, I enjoyed the story. I was keen to see what would happen. I really liked the performances. The characters are generally well written. The pacing of the narrative is good. I don't have any major complaints. It's not perfect. And if you were to watch it and say, well, actually, I thought it was not a good experience, I could understand that. Certainly with inaccuracies and things. But for the most part, I think Saving Sarah Cain was a decent experience. Not perfect, but if you like films about the Amish, then I think you'll enjoy this one. It's a little bit different to any of the other Amish films that I've seen, and in general, I'm happy with the experience. If it sounds like your kind of thing, then I'd say definitely worth checking out. If you're completely new to Amish communities, to the Amish way of life, by all means watch this film, but I'd say don't make it the main source of your knowledge. But either way, if you're interested for whatever reason, I'd say Saving Sarah Cain is worth watching. I enjoyed the narrative. The characters and performances were very good. And ultimately, I came away from it feeling pretty satisfied. And with that, I'm quite happy to recommend it.